I could use psychology.
You could. Yeah, yeah.
I got it.
Okay. Yes, fortunately, you're an expert psychologist as well, Cock.
I'm a doctor.
So, yeah, well, you are a doctor. All right. Let's see. What would you like to know? Ask me questions. Keep in mind your character's finding out this information so subtly that you could probably find out how often the head man of the village masturbates in a shower without offending him. So go ahead and give me a few questions.
Has this happened before?
This is not an odd thing at all, but they were hoping that since they didn't trade with Bug City, that they would be overlooked. Um, it, but it does happen. They have. There's talk that them accepting the free food led to this because the bugs give free food to many of the different villages and stuff like that. Um, they also they're disappointed that you're not a trader. By the way, this is extra information. Luxury goods are in high demand. Um, Tribalism has once again infected humanity, and so the only people that really regularly travel between towns are either people who are like seeking for stuff like information like they think you are, or traders who, other than that, the word for stranger is now synonymous with moving target, or something like that, because every but it's weird because there's no hunger anymore. But the birth rate and the birth rate's good. The problem is that every now and then people do get, in some places, not others, but they've heard of it happening many times, the kids stealing. And it's only a certain age, up to I think 14ish, somewhere in there. Anybody older than that generally doesn't get taken away.
But they have to be of walking age already, right?
Yeah.
Were toddlers in that line at all? Like 2-year-olds?
Uh, no, the youngest was probably at around 5ish, maybe 6, something like that. Logan doesn't know the age when they come up to your belt line type age.
Okay.
And say anybody shorter than that. You also find out that Bug City is downstream. It's a major city. It used to be called San Angeles.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah. It is a big metropolis type thing. They had flooding and stuff, etc. And yeah, I like little shit like that. That's nice, nice. Um, but yeah, and it's real easy to spot. Apparently, there's a big fucked up spaceship above it, so just hangs out there, as they do above most, if not all, main cities. They're not sure. You can assure them that it is the case in many of them, type thing, but not all. In case there's some city that some other asshole went to and was like, I didn't see one there, so you don't have to go. It came recently. But the spaceship's been there since the bugs arrived, and pretty much enforced peace on humanity. Any of the tribes that were too quarrelsome, like in today's thing where people are like, peace will never come to fill in the blank, they just fucking vaporize that shit. It's like, boop, gone. Men, women, children, innocent, guilty, gone.
Hmm.
Peace was definitely brought to the Middle East one way or the other.
Hmm.
Yeah. But so the bugs are generally regarded as atrocities, although some people, it is rumored, work for them or whatever. And of course, were you not the charming gatherer of wisdom and stuff, it might be thought that maybe you were in collusion with the bugs and stuff, and then they would have to crack open your brain to see if the mark is there. And if it isn't, they'd give you an honorable burial. If it is, then they would give you a dishonorable burial. It's been said that the bugs put bombs into the brains of their minions to make sure of their loyalty. Other people say that's a lie, but there's discussion on it. Give me a seduction roll, by the way.
No. So
it looks like you won't be sharing your bed with various people tonight. I'm sure there'll be a couple, because just like in the old days of humanity, when charismatic storytellers came in, or just like bands today always have groupies and shit. I suspect it's some sort of need to get DNA from not related to you.
Sure, with villages and how often people, it makes sense.
Yeah. Nasty, but there it is.
When they describe the spaceships,
Mm-hmm.
does it look anything like the heads as well? Like, because, or no?
No. They don't, due to humanity. When shit with high science came in, this immediately threw humanity back to the fucking superstition Stone Ages, rather than let's get scientific about it, because humans are dumb as shit. People don't even like to discuss their ships, but no, they don't look like that at all, because they're worried if you discuss the boogeyman, he comes and gets you. Even though, despite him already having been here and literally gotten their kids, they're still worried about it because they're not very bright. You also find out that the kids are pretty much gone forever. Nobody that they've ever heard of, and although they ask you, they plead for you to tell them that somebody got their kids back.
I've never heard of such a thing.
There's weeping and wailing and gnashing of teeth.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
What did you just realize?
Nothing. Not a lot. Okay.
Chris is putting things together, but I have no idea what.
So what is this blue flame I've heard of?
Oh, there's a lot of nodding and shit. Nobody here has seen it directly, but there's the guy who knows a guy who did, who's not here, type of thing. So you're getting your third-hand information. There was some guy who had a radio or maybe a pistol or something like that and used it, and then like a few seconds went by and then he exploded into blue flame. Not purple, blue. They believe that is the bugs controlling humanity. That's, of course, why nobody has any modern weapons except those people who either collude with or possibly steal from the bugs. Stealing from the bugs is regarded as highly honorable, but a bit suspicious. Yeah.
Gotcha. So there's no I've been looking for information on like people that are underground, maybe looking to be against the bugs at somehow, or
the resistance. Yes. We have heard of the resistance. They. Yeah. Yes, we believe that in Bug City there is the resistance.
Is it head up by Chocolate mousse?
They don't know. There's a lot of chocolate mousse, but yeah, there's apparently a resistance there with brave resistance fighters. Although what exactly they're doing and stuff like that, not really clear right now, because the bugs seem to have most of the advantages, pretty much all the advantages, and humans have been knocked back to crossbows. Crossbow is pretty much the coolest weapon you can get, and they make them from like spring steel from cars and shit like that, so they're definitely fucking buff. But the reloading time in this combat system is such that for PCs it would be a fire and fucking get a new weapon thing. Because, it's like, all right, 10 rounds to reload? Great. Yay.
That's when you got to make a repeating crossbow.
Yeah, Duck 2. Go China. Woo! See, we don't all hate China.
Do you know of anybody that's ever gone to Bug City and come back?
Oh yeah, this is not a problem. I mean, it's only it's only like 2-3 days, but you have to be careful. Big Al.
Big Al.
Big Al. Is that his name? They think that may be his name. There's now discussion on whether it is or is not his name. Essentially, bandits are between there and here. So, yeah. Big Al is eventually decided he is the leader. But in good news, there's also bounty on him and each of the other guys. Somebody who is very impressed with you offers you a duffel bag.
Okay, thank you.
If you go that way, and if you run into Big Al and his bandit men, place their heads into the duffel bag. Yeah, if you go to Bug City, you can turn in a duffel bag full of heads for reward. If they're from Big Al and his bandits, people know what they look like there. I've heard from some merchants that came this way, but they're in a large caravan, and so they had a lot of guards. If you take them on, there are a lot of bandits, so it's best to use good tactics or stealth or something, or try to avoid them entirely is also good, although you look like you can handle yourself.
Is there a caravan that comes through at a certain time every week or so?
Not yet. Most of the caravans have been leaving Bug City as opposed to going to it.
Okay.
It will be a matter of time before the bandits are cleaned out by Bug City. They will not tolerate them for long. Maybe in another month you would be able to go there.
Okay.
Maybe longer.
Okay. And how many bandits does Big Al have anyway?
Thousands. No, 10 at most. No, hundreds, etc. But they are dangerous, and they're using crossbows and such.
Okay. Excellent. And what kind of things are wanted the most through trading right now? What's the big things that people are looking for?
Salt, spices, old world luxury goods. There are some people that go and hunt ruins and such because after the bugs came, and they some of these cities were abandoned because there's no good farming. Even though the bugs provided food, many people did not want to eat the food. Some people believe the food is poisoned, or they put brain control in the food. But boxes are regularly dropped by the same floating heads that take the children. The boxes now there's a big discussion about a guy who heard about a guy who's crushed by a falling food box that was tossed out of a head.
Well, wait, the food box that comes from the head is not from Bug City, from the bugs, though.
They believe it is.
Oh, so the big
They,
heads are connected to the bugs then.
oh, they believe so, yes. This is how the bugs steal the children, but why they use big heads. They're stylistically carved as a bearded human with a fierce visage, with an open mouth, with teeth. They have no fucking clue. This is a mystery. Oh, give me a learn roll to fucking know some amazingly obscure shit.
No.
Damn, you missed a new skill. Oh well, some other time.
Hold on. What cards have I got? Nothing good enough to burn. Okay. Maybe I should go to Bug City. Like, there's humans living there, right?
Many people. And the resistance may be there. He knows that already, George. Oh, shit. Did we cover the resistance already? George, sit the fuck down. Shut the fuck up, George. People throw shit at George. But yeah, there's apparently a lot of people, and there's different zones in Bug City, they tell you. They aren't sure what they are, but you can go into different places in Bug City depending on stuff, but they're not sure exactly what. But getting into Bug City, yeah, but they don't, because they want to live free and die hard or something like that. So yeah.
Okay.
Yes, much is afoot, you're thinking.
Well, I think I'll get some rest, and tomorrow I'll head out, because it looks like instead of avoiding Bug City, I should have gone.
They will get you some provisions.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh, give me a storytelling roll.
No.
They suggest working on it. You'll get some provisions as opposed to a feast. But yeah, they'll give you some food.
Okay, thank you.
You get a warm, relatively safe bed to sleep in. They do keep some guards around you, just, because they don't know. And, which is fine. That means that you get to fucking sleep without getting killed, hopefully. You don't get a lot of visits from, amorous young ladies and such, but you've got your putter.
That's what matters.
Yes. So morning comes, you're escorted. They take you to like a communal shower that they've got hooked up to a well. They have to have somebody pump it in order to run the water through and all that. They feel pretty much lucky to be alive, because when all the machines and the farming stuff and all that was taken away, it was pretty much either live off the largest of the bugs or die. And a lot of people lost their fucking minds when the spaceships and stuff came.
Sure.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, I will take my leave then and head out.
They escort you out of town. You've got a duffel bag. It's got backpack straps. It's loaded down with heavy, bulky food in addition to your relatively small, light gear. But yeah, it should be enough to not rot too badly before you get to Bug City type of thing, assuming you find a direct route. They warn you again of the bandits. One guy even kindly offers you a used spear if you'd like to build up spear skill.
No, thank you. I'm good.
Okay. They're confused by your not wanting to carry weapons, but okay.
I head out.
No problem. Right. Downstream?
Yes.
There is, it looks like the old blacktop road and stuff. Cars have been pushed off of it and stuff. It's got grasses that grow thick on both sides and stuff. the whole thing pretty much screams ambush to you. You've been around long enough. You've done enough shit that you're like, if I walk down this road, I'm gonna get fucking ambushed. You've been around the block many times. You also are thinking this big heavy food kit that they got you. Water skins are okay. Those are nice, but the food is like, Jesus Christ. Eat your fill and maybe dump it and move on.
What I was gonna do, because it's just too much. Meh.
Duffel bag's nice if you get some heads. But so what are you gonna do? Go down the road like I'm a bad motherfucker? What?
I was gonna follow the river, like just right by the river, not by.
The road also follows the river. It's
like that close.
Not necessarily, but the vegetation is thick and twisted near the river and stuff. And plus, the closer you get to the river, the more chance you have of finding out, oh, there's nothing under the grass here except air, type thing. There are places you could go. It'll be more difficult going and definitely slow you down. It'll turn a 2-day journey into maybe double that, especially if you're doing it sneakily. But it's possible. Okay, this is the one big roll again. I'm not going to ask for rolls every hour and shit like many hack GMs. Give me the one big stealth roll until something interesting happens. This determines whether you are surrounded. Pardon?
I'm surrounded.
Wow. Okay, you fucked that up. It's not long until you're fucking captured by bandits. Bad shit will happen, you're thinking. Are you good with that?
Like, give me I want to hear the scene. Like, tell me what's happening.
Well, you're going to be captured by bandits, and then I'm going to move on with the scene. They're probably going to torture and or kill you, is your guess.
So they're just like looking angry, like, we're going to take all your shit and then kill you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'll spend a pause on my stealth roll, I guess.
Okay. This is...
Got a half.
Okay. So, as you're going, you sneak up on and find some people that are hanging out waiting to fucking ambush other people. Give me an amazing spot hidden. The lower the better, because you've encountered the one group, but this is for knowing where other groups are because they have done the fucking clever splitting up shit.
Hold on.
Basically, it's cat and mouse and murder in the tall grass game that they're playing.
Less than half.
Nice. Okay, I'll give you a general setup. You could try to skirt the whole thing if you wanted to, but there's a grand total of 15 people. However, the ones you've encountered are the 3 that are back. Basically, give me a tactics roll.
No.
Okay, you're not sure what's up. These 3 guys, though, they actually have like noisemakers and shit in addition to their weapons. They seem to be armed with crossbows and short throwing spears, which could also be used for stabby, but and they're pretty much during the daytime of like the 3rd day of your travel or whatever, they're just kind of hanging out in the tall grass, watching for people who are either on the road or trying to avoid the road as you are. And it's like, here's the guys you're encountering. You're back here. Here's the guys you're encountering. And then there's guys here and here on the sides of the road. And then up front is the rest. So it's 3, 6, 9, and then 6 guys up there.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
If you want to, with that amazing stealth roll, you could just circumvent the whole thing, or you can see if you can kill off these 3 guys. If you can do it quick enough and stealthy enough or whatever, then you could try to get another 3 and hope that they don't clump up, etc. You could try killing them in sections if you think you're hard enough, or you just avoid the whole thing. Up to you. But yeah, they're definitely in a killing mood. Men and women, multicolors, no whitewashing. They all look pretty fucking desperate and mean.
I'll watch them. I'll take a night. I'll take a day. Like I'll wait till night and see what they do.
Excellent. Give me a luck roll -30 to see if on the day you're hanging out watching them, anybody else comes by looking to get killed.
Nope.
Wow, is this boring as fuck? You're hanging out waiting to ambush ambushers who are not ambushing anything.
Okay, but do they sleep? Do these?
Oh yeah.
Sleep? Do they?
Oh,
do
they all go back to some camp somewhere. They're basically withdrawing at night. So it's an excellent time to just fucking melt into the shadows and get out of there. But during the daytime, their job is to hang out and wait for ambushy.
Okay. I'll once they're all gone and I was like, okay, that's what they do. I'll leave.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. Nobody appears travels by night because you're sure that they probably got some sentries up looking for lights and shit. But when it gets dark, it gets fucking dark. I mean, sure, you've been for a night swim recently, but still, no problem. You eventually get past the bandit area and to new horrors. I mean, right. Eventually you get to like you get to see a city in the distance. Let me show you a new pic of something. This is not a very good representation, but it's the best I could find, and I'll give you more of a description here. Above the city is a big fucking, it's kind of a roundish but more organic spaceship. The weird thing is it seems to be half here and half not. Give me a sanity roll.
I figured that was coming.
Yeah.
I did not make it.
Oh, roll a d6 because it appears that it appears that part of it is in this reality, part of it isn't. The part that isn't is a bit too fucking non-Euclidean for you. You're not fond of the non-Euclidean geometry because I think you've actually seen non-Euclidean geometry in the past. It stirs unhappy memories, which, proceed to claw at your soul.
So aliens too now? Or what is this insanity?
Sure, aliens, yeah. Yeah, if you find out the name of their species and stuff,
time and space distortion.
Yeah, you could put it toward that, but I'd probably mark it toward, well, either one.
Well, there's no max on aliens, but there is a max on time and space distortion. So
okay, yeah, that's clever. You go. Now, the city itself, you're conveniently up on a hill looking through some bushes or something. It appears that on the call it different zones. On the outermost zones, it's clear space. So you'd have to. It's not like completely flat and featureless and stuff. Basically, you'd have to worm your way through that, or just travel openly on the road. Either way. But then after that, it's like ruins, old buildings and shit like that. And then after that, it appears that there's no man's land. And then after that, it looks like ultra modern and shit. Give me a luck roll.
Got it.
You do see a caravan leaving through the ultra modern. It looks large, well armed. There's people on horses and stuff leaving. Oh, by the way, give me a feel roll.
No.
Okay. Yeah, you can definitely smell the ocean nearby, and part of the city is submerged just as you left it. Although here the air is remarkably clean and crisp and all that. much more so than California, even in modern days.
I'm going to approach the caravan cautiously.
Are you wanting to wait for it to get out of the outer fucking bear zone into like where it first goes into the wilderness, so to speak?
No.
Okay, so you'll meet it in the bearish zone. No problem.
Yeah.
Guys on horses ride up. They keep you covered with crossbows and spears and shit. And eventually a guy comes forward and goes, yes?
I'm a traveler. I'm traveling from the village that's down the road.
There are many villages down the road.
2 days walk from here. No, 3 days walk. 1, 2, 3. It was 2 days walk.
Well, you've been going for 3 or 4 days because you were sneaking.
But it's a 2-day walk.
Yeah, for normal people on the road too.
Yeah, so 2 days travel that way.
All right.
Where Big Al is.
Oh, is he still out?
Yes.
Yeah, the guards.
I have information if you would like to trade.
What sort of information?
Placement. I know where they're at.
Who's at?
Big Al.
Oh, cut 2. You're in a. They take you with them. They even give you a wagon to ride on, back to like out of the big empty space. So you lose some time and stuff, but that's fine. And then they set up a very, very temporary meeting thing between you and a couple of the merchants. And one of them goes, what do you want for the information?
What do you have?
We have we're merchants. What do you want?
Some salt.
Sure. They get you a big fucking bag of salt.
Okay.
If your information is good, it's as big as like a sugar bag is today.
Okay. Okay, so I give them the whole layout.
Okay. Yeah, they're happy to give you the salt for that.
Okay.
Great. Do you need a weapon? You don't have anything.
I have a club.
Off you go. They're like, yep, he's going to get killed. No problem. Have the salt, buddy. Yeah.
Thank you.
They send you off with your big bag of salt. Yeah, you are now a very minor salt merchant. You have 1 bag. So they then go on their way. You head back. They give me a luck or fast talk roll. Your choice.
No.
All right. Off you go. They go that way. You go that way. Now you've got a fucking long ass walk across the ore snake. No. Okay. Give me danger sense roll.
No, there's no danger here.
One of the guards yells, "Hey, asshole!"
I turn around.
He says, "Don't get killed. There's some bandits and crazy people between you and the inner city."
Oh, okay.
Schmuck. He rides off.
I continue on, I guess. But there's nothing out here, though. It's just barren. For how long exactly?
Until you get to the ruined city. It's a couple hours walk through the barren. Enough time to give anybody in the ruins plenty of time to look you over and size you up. Okay. And perhaps coordinate a fucking strike on you.
And there's nowhere to stealth around here.
Oh yeah, there's the barren area has plenty of shit. It'd be a lot easier stealthing at night, obviously, but it's got stuff you can hide behind and all that.
Oh, well then I would stealth. I kind of had a vision of like flat, nothing, featureless.
No. Like I said, nothing is featureless here. There's like all kinds of junked cars and shit that have been shoved off the road and everything. Sure, give me the stealth roll across this zone area. You are a fucking ninja. Eventually, you do find like a group of obviously deranged people wearing rags and shit with like rocks ready to fucking ambush you. You can either skirt around them or get in there and fucking mix it up. There's probably a half dozen of them.
I'm out. I don't need
All
that.
right. Okay, you decide to let the crazy. They spend a long time wondering where you are when you're coming. You know, some of them just spend time muttering to themselves about the aliens. Others just stand there and shake with their rocks. But eventually, after the ruins, then you get to another kind of empty-ish zone that like it's almost like the city was made in rings and shit. Like they knocked down a lot of the buildings and moved a lot of shit out. Here it's another stealth roll to get across, and then you're to the good city. But you can give me a spot roll at lower is better.
No, I see nothing.
Look, a city's up ahead. Yay. So do you want to try stealth across this zone as well? And there are definite obvious places. Basically, you could stealth up to the gate of the inner city type of thing. But to get in the inner city, you either are going to go through a gate or going to be doing some climbing and shit, because it looks like now the inner city is fucking huge. But it looks like some people with a lot of resources said, we're going to make a fucking wall. It's a Donald Trump type of wall all around the inside of the city to keep out Mexicans or something, because, you know, they're rapists or whatever Trump said.
Yeah, I am going to go to the gate.
Stealthily or open?
You said this is like all ruins here still?
I would call it flattened ruins. There may be crawling involved in places to stealth.
That's fine. I don't mind if I look dirty. Everybody looks dirty here.
That's true.
So,
give me a new stealth roll and try to get it good.
Nope.
All right, no problem. You crawl toward it. Just shows like a couple of guards with like high-tech fucking sniper rifles. One's eating an apple. They're just watching it, just like sligging around and shit. Give me a luck roll.
Got it.
Some crazy person did pop up next to you, like, ah! And his head just fucking exploded like an overripe melon. And you hear, you're welcome.
And the guy didn't burst into flame.
Weird.
Okay.
You eventually get to a gate, and it looks like somebody's spray painted. Nobody's bothered to remove it. Some Bug City, those words over there. And the guards at the gate are like, business?
Yes.
They'd look at you like, we kill people like you for fun. They don't look.
I have business in the city.
They're clean and tidy and washed, and they don't have big fucking mud parrots still on their shoulder. None of that. They're kind of dressed like the soldiers from the Starship Troopers first movie.
Okay.
Yep. They do have modern weapons, and on their uniforms is some sort of weird symbols and shit. Why they get modern weapons and nobody else does?
I'm a traveler, and I have some minor things to trade.
What do you have to trade?
Well, I actually took all my things together, and I got some salt, so I'm a salt merchant currently.
Not a lot of call for that here, but maybe. Yeah. Let's see the salt.
I show them the salt.
They check it to make sure it's really salt. They, have you eat a little, then they eat a little, when you don't die horribly from it. They use some high-tech scanners. Give me your high-tech equipment roll.
What I would call my highest high-tech is build and repair cyber.
This isn't really cyber. You could try that at either half or try to get a check in learning.
I do have my build and repair electronics.
Yeah. This is the you try that at half, or try for a learning roll.
I will try for a learning roll then, and I will spend.
This will be analyze high-tech alien gear skill.
No.
Yeah, they go. They go. All right, and they run scanner type things over. You think they're scanners, or they just like fucking running boxes and shit over you. And they announce that you're clean, which you're not, and then they let you into the first zone of the city. They say, okay, here's the rules of the city. What's your name?
Doc.
Great. They appear to have no problem with just Doc. Okay. Within the city are several different zones. As long as you stay in zone 1, you're fine. If you traders and travelers, we keep out any troublemakers and insurgents. Zone 2, not for you unless you are invited by one of the women that lives there. And of course, zone 3 is right the fuck out. Any questions? They're all clearly
marked. Why can't I go into zone 3?
Because you are not a trusted person by our motions upward toward the fucking large floating spaceship that casts an eternal shadow above the city, and it's half in and half out, and obtuse angles become acute. Overlords, he says, to summarize.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, right. As long as you stay in zone 1, you are welcome to stay here until it is reported that you are not contributing to society, at which point you will be asked once to leave. If you are asked to leave by a guard and you do not, you have your grace period of 24 hours. If you are found after that, then you will be executed.
Okay.
But anybody with honest business or who wishes to put forth honest effort into working and making their keep is, of course, welcome to stay as long as they wish.
Okay. Sounds good.
Shows them checking you against a scorecard of different skin colors. Yeah, all right. Off you go. Now, it appears that men, women, color, all that shit, at least here, seems to have been completely like nobody. It's almost like random lottery. It's like 1 through 10 for skin color, 1 through 8 for gender. Anything with less than 4 legs is considered disabled. Whatever. I mean, it's just ever since the bugs got here, humanity here seems to have given up on gender and racial bias because they got fucking bugs.
Yeah. I wonder if it's illegal to step on roaches now.
Or why they're even called bugs. You haven't seen any fucking aliens. Let's go with that. But you get in, and inside of zone 1, it's fucking horrible. Everybody here, except you, is dressed in fucking pastels. For some reason, anytime that fucking humanity has left behind their bullshit, everybody suddenly fucking goes with pastels. Not sure what the fuck is wrong. There's no death metal t-shirts. No, it's all pastels. It's monochromatic pastels as well. If you wear a fucking kind of mauve top, you have mauve bottoms. They all match. And people are walking around in stupid hats as well. Stupid hats. They're exactly the same color as their fucking clothing. And anybody not dressed like that is an outsider. And there's a clothing shop over there if you want to fucking trade some of your salt to blend in with these morons.
Sounds good. I think I'll do that.
What color would you like? Oh, look, purples. Yeah, indigo. Right. Yeah, your color right there. Done. You
Excellent.
are the ultimate fucking servitor of your fucking color guy. No problem. Yeah, you're down to 3/4 of your bag of salt. They're happy to trade it, even though they kind of don't need the salt. They seem like, okay, well, he's trying to fit in, and they don't even really bargain that hard for shit. It's like, yeah, there you go, buddy. I mean, if you want bargain to use less of your salt, I'll give you a bargain roll. Okay. No problem. You're now wandering around dressed like a fucking idiot, like the rest of these people in your fucking pastels.
Cool. So, curious.
Soft shoes, manicured lawns, shit like that.
So all the buildings that were there before, are they a lot of the same buildings still here?
Oh, yeah. Yes. They've a lot of fresh paint and nice little gardens and stuff.
Where is the old? Where's the old hideout? What zone?
Refill your hand for beginning to match up shit and all that. Yeah, and then give me a luck roll. Oh, I'm going to do a roll for the merchants, see if they manage to ambush Big Al. My NPCs suck. Hey, give me a roll to continue living. Just don't roll a double odd. Super. Okay, your talking dude dies unexpectedly for no reason. Neat. I can take his stuff.
Okay. And then you said a luck roll?
Yeah.
I got it.
It's in the kind of junked / trashed section that you went through with the guards covering you with the sniper rifles.
Okay.
So your guess is it could exist, but it could also be buried under some rubble.
Okay.
And we're not talking Barney here.
Is there any sewers around? Like, I want to go so I'm like not out in where everybody can see, and then look for like sewers.
There are indeed.
I'm going to change out of my new clothes, put my old shitty clothes back on, and go into the sewers.
Shows you rebalancing your fucking turd sculpture on one shoulder. You go down to the sewers, no problem. Give me a luck roll.
Crit.
It's only a matter of fucking 5 minutes before you are captured by the resistance. You barely had time to fucking settle down off the ladder when people with glowing, the spears have glowing tips for some reason. Is that even a fucking valid weapon, you're thinking? They're like, who are you?
I'm the doctor. Are you the resistant?
Wait. They're wearing, some of them are wearing berets, I swear to God.
Excellent. So how do we overthrow our evil overlords?
Take him to the leader, the torch. Right, and then take you off to go see the leader. Well, that was quick and easy, you think? Apparently you are fitting in very well. They take you to the leader who talks about grandiose plans and stuff. Give me a psychology roll to analyze the situation. These people are not going to fucking win. That's your first thought. They have a lot of ideals. They really hate the bugs. Some of them eat poop, you're pretty sure. One of them's eyeing the fucking sculptures on your shoulder, thinking it may be poop. And they're worried that you are a... Oh, give me an empathy roll, by the way. They're worried that... They're worried that you may have been sent by the bugs. And meanwhile, you're thinking that their organization has been as thoroughly infiltrated as the French resistance by the Nazis in World War II.
Gotcha.
This thing is pretty much your best bet, you're thinking, is to get out with everybody being okay with you, but not too okay. This would be your best play because it's kind of cool resistance and stuff, but they have no cards in their hand. And you're pretty sure that some of these guys are working for the opposition.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Possibly even the Torch. So he's the guy in the grass skirt with the fucking yellow hair and stuff. Yeah. Great musculature. Very fit.
Right. So what have you been doing here? What's been going on?
How do we know we can trust him? Says the large, muscular black man. He drinks gasoline and regards you. Yeah, they want to know how they can trust you.
Can you trust anybody nowadays? Truly, especially from San Angeles. I mean, you couldn't trust anybody here before this all happened.
Give me a psychology roll to get them to think, well, or fast talk, your choice. Hey, yeah, he has a point there. Yeah, well, all right. So what's been happening? These guys are fucking useless, you're thinking. They give you the story of what happened overall. Is that okay?
Okay.
About 2 years ago, thereabouts, as far as the reckoning goes, we have a calendar, says one of the guys. Shh, let him tell it. The aliens rolled in, and people thought all of the usual crazy shit. Are they here for our resources? Are they here for this or that? Or are they enlightened scientists? And the usual group of police take us near spaceship loonies, etc. The only people that is believed that know why they're here are Zone 3 people. There are no Zone 3 people here that they know of, although one of them claims to have a contact in Zone 2. Zone 2 are regarded as the traitors because after establishing amazing amounts of dominance on the planet, i.e. wiping out everybody who fucking resisted them, and taking away all of humanity's bombs and guns by causing them to explode in a blue flame. The aliens then pretty much first they all the uncared for orphans and stuff like that between certain ages, roughly 5 or 6 up to 12, 14, something like that. Got taken, and people lost their minds, and then the aliens began demanding more and more kids. Why the kids? There's a lot of fucking wild speculation. A lot of people believe that the aliens may be pedos. The ones who know somebody who's seen them said that if they are, then it would be a really biological incompatibility. There's a reason they're called bugs, and they look vaguely insect-like. And like their spaceships, they're not totally here, and they're not totally not here.
Okay.
So, and other people are speculating maybe they eat them because once the kids go, never seen again. And eventually, they started feeding a lot of humanity, and people that eat the food. Let me see if they actually can put anything together. People that eat the food seem more susceptible to like freezing up when they come on their kid collection. But unfortunately, the aliens aren't really big into humans raising their own food. And so they destroyed a lot of the open field type foods and stuff. But hydroponics and underground fresh vegetables, etc., that's where the resistance makes some of its money. You know, it's a big thing. People like real food, although they've got stuff that tastes great, but you know, the aliens get into your brain that way and stuff. And yeah, they're not sure what the fuck is going on at all. But they are trying to resist. The problem is it's the equivalent of a monkey with a club trying to resist the guy with the AK-47, the flamethrower, and the tank.
Right.
Let's see. Other than that, the aliens are pretty much, now that they've taken away humans' big boom boom weapons, if humans shoot each other with crossbows and shit, or throw spears at each other, or general dicks to each other, they're pretty okay with that. And what they've done is, like, the Zone 2 people, like women that have voluntarily given up their children, live the life of high luxury in Zone 2. And, of course, are seen as complete traitors by everybody else. In fact, the women are allowed to have men come in and stuff for purposes of recreational sex or even possibly breeding. And there was a story about a guy who went in like, yes, I'm here for sex. And they beat some lady to death and was seen as a hero of the resistance and stuff like that for beating a collaborator to death. And he died ugly or was never heard of. There's a lot of different stories about what happened to him.
Okay.
So it appears to be a clusterfuck of intergalactic dimension.
What's with this blue flame thing? Like, why do some of the people not get hit by it when they use modern weapons?
Oh, well, if you're working for the aliens with their weapons, their trusted weapons and stuff, and you're a trusted person, then you can do that. But they're all signature weapons. You know, if it's not your gun, it won't work for you unless you know how to hack it, which we don't.
Gotcha. Do you have any of these weapons that you can't use?
Maybe. They try to look mysterious.
Can I see? Maybe I can help try to figure that out.
They bring you a weapon. Right. Looks like a ray gun, like Buck Rogers style ray gun and stuff. If either the aliens are as human as guys in the 1950s movies who are wearing stupid suits, or these were made for humans.
Okay, so these are made for humans.
You're gonna guess so.
For their minions.
Hmm.
Is it broken? Does it look like a whole weapon?
It does look like a whole weapon. Give me you're now dealing with high-tech build and repair. I'll give you your either a learn roll, check and learn, or your electronics repair at half to get in there without melting it or whatever horrible shit it is.
Okay, hold on one moment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to play a rapid card cycler.
Ooh, go for it.
I'll try my electronics. I know I should try for that, but the other one, but I'd rather know what's going on.
Go for it at half.
Got it.
Die at half?
That's my tag skill currently, I believe. Oh, it's just under my tag skill. I have one that's higher.
Okay. Is it golf that's higher?
No.
There's no good golf courses down in the fucking sewers, you're pretty sure.
I got fun, though.